start with, why do we want to be able to establish norms, even if we're a staff or a smaller team that already are working effectively together?
So when we develop norms, the whole purpose behind it is that we can articulate how we work together and what I need as an individual and what you need as an individual and what are our common requirements, if you want to call them, for working together and being able to clearly articulate that and agree upon it. And when we have those clearly laid out, then it becomes a guide for how we function together and how we determine that we're going to operate together.
So actually, as I reflect on that, it actually, in the case that I shared off the start with a team that is working in really effective ways, it actually shouldn't be too hard for us to come to norms, because we're just going to clarify, what do we already do that seems to be working effectively for us?
But the process for developing them is really important to think about. So you don't want to have a leader name 5 norms and bring it to a team and say, okay, here are your norms for working together. But what we want to be able to have is that opportunity for everyone to name their own, and then to find those common threads between the whole team.
So, but in this particular example, we could even be doing each person on their own, identify what is it that we do when we come together that leads to high degrees of impact for us. So really, the idea of establishing norms is that we move away from assumptions to clear articulation. And then as we have transitions, it helps us to clearly reinforce what have we felt are important, bring in the voice of newer people, but again, making it super clear. Then we also talk about in team meetings, being able to not just each time they're on the agenda, read them over, or that we're going to read every one of them and then say, good, we covered the norms, let's move on with the important work of our meeting. We want to be able to say, all right, if there's one that we could look at today or reflect upon or that we're utilizing, but being able to just reinforce one as we're engaging. And we'll throw a blog posting into the notes that shares some ideas around how to reinforce them over and over again.